Y'all know what time it is. Time to handle our biz. That's right. 2 on the 10, we call it like we see it. Can you relate? Cause we really be it. And it really be lit every single show. We aren't afraid to shake the status quo. 2 on the 10, so act like you know. We aren't afraid to shake the status quo. 2 on the 10, so act like you know. And here are your hosts, Paul, Mitch, and that degenerate gambler, Greedy Nick. 2 on the 10 podcast.
Oh, we back.
Yes, sir.
2 on the 10. I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy.
Oh, another week in the bag. TikTok ban coming quick. I'm just kidding. I kid.
A month away.
I kid. Is it a month away? No, it's not.
April 5th.
It's not a month,
Oh,
though.
I guess it's not a month. We're already in March.
It's like
I
three-
forget. It's like a week, 2 weeks away.
It's like, it's like 3 weeks away.
You know what? This brings me a flashback and a full forward. I've lived a life where I've seen 2 Live Crew banned in the USA and TikTok banned in the USA. Wow. I've lived a full life, you could say.
Oh, man. I missed 2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
That shit was dope when we were growing up.
You know what? One thing, and I know they're going to call us old heads and everything else,
Right.
but experiencing hip hop the first time, which I call it rap back then. I don't even call it hip hop. Hip hop is the whole culture.
Yeah.
You know, the graffiti, the breakdancing, the MCing, the all, you know, whatever.
Right.
But I'll call hip hop the marginalized process thing that the powers that be took over and pushed it onto the masses type stuff and made profits for.
Right.
You know, aren't even from the culture, which by the way, I got some more point on that. But rap, actual rap, when it was brand new and fresh, and your parents told you it sounded so aggressive and loud and don't listen to that stuff. And they were partly right in the decibels of it and the you know,
I got you.
frequencies.
Right.
But, and also in the moods. But rap from like the 80s, you know, the mid 80s, late 80s. I mean, think about it. I know the trends was 2 Live Crew,
Yep.
and you snuck that tape, right? And I did say tape.
Yep.
Now, it wasn't so far back as 8-track tape. It was cassette tape. But it was tape, and your friends borrowed that tape, and you borrowed their tapes.
Yep.
But I remember the lineage of, it was that tape, obviously the Beastie Boys, you know, and then in my era, it was Too Short, too.
Too Short.
Yeah, Too Short. And if you want to skip, Beastie Boys weren't like explicit like 2 Live Crew was, but Too Short was. And those were like the 2 tapes that people, you know, were
Speaking of tapes, do you remember they used to have the little cutout on the tape so you couldn't record it? So you used to put tape, like
Tape
a piece
over
of
it,
scotch
over
tape
it,
over the
yeah,
top,
yep.
and then it would hit the thing so it allowed that you to record, record over
Yep.
that shit.
You remember recording from the radio?
Oh, shit. Bro, listen, I remember we used to, I mean, you know, a lot of songs, you know, used to let the tape rock till it pop, you know what I'm saying? Because I would suck, you know, when you fucking, you're like, fuck. But then, like you said, you go get some tape, put that shit together. It skipped it like a second, but you still have your tape.
What about when your tape would get messed up and you have to put a pencil in it?
Oh, yeah, and wind it all the way back. Yeah, that shit's...
Hey, real world problems, things the kids don't understand. You remember when you rent a movie, you have to rewind the whole movie,
the sticker
so
be
return it back to Blockbuster.
You got fined?
Yeah.
I know.
Be
why did
kind, rewind?
Yeah, they made you fucking rewind the whole motherfucking
People
movie.
don't even know. I mean, kids these days probably never even seen a VHS tape, or very few.
Hey, what about, how pissed were your parents when you guys had to return the movie and you had 5 minutes to go and get the tapes and they're all not ready?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Hold on, we got to rewind them and you're waiting for the whole thing.
Whole thing
And
to
it's like
fucking
15
rewind.
minutes to rewind the movie.
Do you remember at Blockbusters, they have like the speed rewinder? They put it in and close it up and they rewind it real quick.
Oh man, that's like we want to talk about VHS, but like when Beta first came out, because my parents got like Beta was supposed to be the next hottest thing coming out, and
It was ahead of its time.
yeah, and it faded quick, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they were smaller and shit like that, but and then that's when
Sony was Beta originally, right? Sony.
yeah, and then that's when like DVDs started coming out.
Do you remember how much of a scam Blockbuster was, though? It was like $8 to rent a movie.
Yep.
And then if you didn't return it, it was like, sometimes I'd go in there and I'd have like $60 in late fees. I was like, man, they used to just tax you.
Oh, well,
and then you couldn't do anything.
What's a subscription?
pay 'em.
Remember, Blockbuster had a subscription back in the day too, where you could. That's when like Redbox and stuff started coming out, where you could have the movie sent to your house, and then you would have to you could watch it, and then you have to like mail the shit back to. You don't remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. It was kind of like Netflix before its time, but you had to wait for the shit to get in your mail and shit like that. Like I said, man, back in the day, you know, we see. That's what I was talking about. My mom's seen she's seen so much, and in the little time we've seen so much. Like with technology, is just fucking just zooming passes, you know. And then with the AI, I think in the next 10 years, with AI is going to. And you had touched on this a little bit. It's going to progress like super quick.
Yeah.
Especially with AI.
Real quickly too, speaking of just, you know, where we were to where we're at, do you guys remember, I remember one of the commercials as a kid that really got me. There was an AT&T commercial in like the early to mid 80s.
Okay.
And the kid wakes up on Christmas and talks to his grandma and grandpa on like a TV phone, And I remember as a kid just being so wide-eyed going, whoa, that's not possible. When's that going to happen?
Yeah, okay, got you, yeah.
And now you're here. You've been here.
There was this, I forget what the name of the company. Actually, it was on the fucking Apprentice. They used to be like an MLM, and they were on the Apprentice. And actually, it was like you said, it was a TV phone. So it was, it had a video monitor in it, but it's still, you had to still like pick up the phone and talk and shit like that, and you could see, like you said, they had the technology that is used it wrong. You know, think about this. We had two-ways back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Two-ways were hot for a minute. That was nothing but texting and shit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
well, they had the technology. Again, let's take it back. Look up Nicholas Tesla, and I'm not talking this later. We'll have the segment. I probably should have segmented it later.
Right.
But look up Nicholas Tesla, not related to the car, and look at all the technology he was working on. I'm not even kidding. Look at all the different things. Supposedly, you know, free radio waves, free cell phone. We're talking in the 1900s, early 1900s.
Right.
A death ray that could just give people heart attacks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and look who financed and killed all his ideas, suppressed them. Right. I mean, you know, a few different people.
Right.
Hey, here's the thing. Our past, the way we know it, is not really the past, I think. Did you see the big story that broke about the Egyptian pyramids? They did like a scan with this new technology.
Okay.
And they found that like under like the main pyramid, there's like a structure that goes 2 kilometers deep with like spiral staircases and all kinds of different chambers underneath the ground. And they're like, the technology today would be hard to build that.
Right.
How did they build that whenever in ancient Egyptian times? I mean, it's hard enough to fathom how they built the pyramids with the precision that they did and the blocks and
let's
how
take
they were cut.
Well, according to what's his name, Bill Carson, that was Anunnaki who did it.
The Pleiadians.
But here's the thing. You got to think, like, could 200 years ago, you don't think that they could just wipe out the existence of the knowledge of something? Because knowledge is passed down. I mean, why do you think we're going to the digital age and getting away from books? Because someone could always hide a book.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Once it's digital, they can wipe the...
Is that why we have the Mandela effect?
Possibly.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? The
They're
Mandela effect. is
experimenting,
still-
like
yeah.
how quick they can change the future.
Right.
Or change the past. I mean,
Well, speaking of Egypt, is Egypt, this is going to sound crazy, but I think you guys have seen stuff like this. Is Egypt really Egypt? Is Egypt a parallel universe with the United States? Is the United States the original? I mean, again, I don't know that part, but you know, there's people that say you could take a map and the pyramids are in different and in almost the same locations. First of all, there's pyramids all around the world.
Yeah.
But there's pyramids in the Grand Canyon. There's also pyramids supposedly in Memphis.
Right.
But what's funny is if you notice the Memphis sports team, what's their stadium? The pyramid.
Okay.
And you notice Memphis is in Egypt, right?
Got you.
Did you notice that they supposedly found the same wood, and it's the only place they found it, from Noah's Ark in Florida?
Really?
And also, there's one other major one that kind of has me tripped out. Man, I got to recall it. But yeah, no. So with the so you got this one. You know how they said in the Bible they talk about the great river, right? The Nile.
Yes. Good. Yeah. No.
In the Bible they mentioned it had 7 outlets.
Right.
Did you know the Mississippi River has 7 outlets? The Nile only has 3. So people, again, it's all allegedly, you know.
You saying the Americas could have been the original?
There's people. And then you even look further into. Some people claim, Afro-American and Indian are more similar than people think.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you saw that. I mean, that was, they equated that to when the tectonic plates split apart. You know, when the continents were together, and certain people migrated, east and stuff like that. And then as these land masses broke apart, then people were stuck in different places, and that's why you have people that like Indian and like Eskimos have are very similar features, similar DNA and stuff like that. Just because that these land masses, especially when up by Alaska and stuff like that, or Russia and stuff like that, you can see Russia from my bedroom, all that shit. But that actually used to be connected, and then like I said, broke apart, and you got people stuck. And
Could it be possibly where it's living in a matrix and just like in the movie, it just repeats, but then little things change?
oh, you seen Deja Vu?
So like, maybe in one iteration of our matrix, the US was the Middle East, and there's still remnants from that because they didn't want to rewrite all the code. I'm just saying. I mean, there's some
All right, what would you do?
theorists that think that we live in a matrix.
Hey, okay,
They can't disprove it.
Okay, let's go down that rabbit hole. What would happen if you found out you woke up one day and you found out you were living in the Matrix? If you woke up and it was kind of just like the movie, you know what I'm saying?
And you had like tubes in your head and shit.
Yeah.
And you were like in a vat, just powering.
I mean, would you go? Oh, I told you. Would you go? I told you so. How do you think you would react?
I mean, it really depends on what else is around me. Are the people in my life,
Right.
First of all, what the Matrix, which by the way, I'm going to admit for the first time, I've never watched any of them.
You never watched it?
No, and I'm not gonna. I don't know why. I just never.
What?
Yeah, I watch pieces here and there.
Bro, you missing some of the great.
No, I get it.
original Matrix.
You don't
Yes,
think,
the
you don't
original
think,
Matrix
You don't
was
think everybody's filled me in on them at one point or another for the last 20 years?
You say you might as well watch them.
Yeah, I mean, might as well I already have it,
Right.
But it's also not affecting my head one way or the other.
I got you.
I've read enough about them too, and again, I'm that's a 2 on the 10 exclusive because I've never admitted on anywhere that I didn't watch them. I just haven't.
Right.
I haven't, and I don't know what it is about it. Just something didn't, just doesn't resonate with me. Nothing, no stance. I just don't want to do anything I don't want to do.
Right.
And it just, I don't know. But I love talking about it, and I get the concepts, and I've obviously channel surfed and seen 10 minutes of it here or there.
Right.
And stuff. And I might have seen the Goofy like part 3 or something or whatever they did. I have seen probably half of that, whatever. But I've never sat through and watched the first 2.
Gotcha.
Or whatever. But with that said, I don't know, man. So to try and answer your question, well, first of all, I'm more afraid of Total Recall. That messes with my head. That fucks with my head.
Gotcha. So you've seen Total Recall?
Yeah.
Okay. We watched
Both the 1 and 2.
See,
the remake.
And see, that's my, I agree with you on that. That's more realistic to me, and that's why I'm talking about this. That's why I always talk about this AI. Like, the one thing I'm fascinated right now is with AI, just how, I went on like the other day, I went on and learned how to clone a website. Just
Clone people.
just literally just take a website and say clone this site and put the URL, and it spits up the website.
Can it do like a e-commerce site?
Yeah, it can do everything. You can go in there and say, if you don't like something about that website, you go in there and you just tell it, say, hey, change the header.
I didn't talk to you then.
It's great. It's like, and they got some free ones out there. I give it to you on the show. It's called Bolt.io is one. Lovable is another one. Another one I just found is called Same.new. Like I said, you go down this rabbit hole of just finding AI stuff, but Total Recall, I totally agree. It's like, as AI, they're already coming out with these like robot dolls already. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say AI is going to be here like sooner than later, well, like far as like being self-aware, is because this thing thinks faster than fucking any human being fucking could,
No doubt.
and like a supercomputer, you know what I'm saying? And so what happens when that motherfucker becomes self-aware, you know, and starts questioning?
Well, it already is, according to some of the stories that are leaked and some of the rumors.
Yeah, I mean,
question its existence, question how to keep itself alive.
yeah, stuff like that, and then starts.
Thinking humans are bad.
Yeah. I mean, if you start, like, you know, just like if you look at the movies, you know, the reason why I tried to, you know, kill humans because they was the one that was killing the planet. You know what I'm saying? So everything that was, you know, a threat to it or the world, they felt they needed to destroy it, and that's what I'm saying. It's like,
I just watched a movie on Netflix the other night that was in their top 10 or something about this guy, him and his wife. His wife gets killed, he gets paralyzed, and then all of a sudden there's a secret program that brings him back.
oh, I
With AI,
know,
he's, you know,
yeah, I think I know.
and
what
AI
you're talking
takes over and he can fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a trip. I'll just say.
I think I know what you. I think I know. I don't know the name.
When
of
the
it.
AI talks to him, he can hear it in his voice. Like
Yeah,
a chip.
and then he can command, and then he takes over, take over.
Yeah.
and then he can fight.
That was that.
What is that movie? Yeah, that's pretty fucking. Oh shit! What the? Because she was like a ghost, but then, it was Halo.
Upgrade.
No, upgrade.
Was it Upgrade? Okay,
upgrade.
okay. Oh, I thought it was Halo too. Halo's the same way as that one too. So,
Yeah, they like put some microchips in him, and then he becomes like superhuman.
shit. So that,
They can control him, and they can turn him off.
And the only thing I'll say is, yeah, when I don't want to ruin the movie, but when the AI starts realizing that the maker is going to shut him off, he goes into survival mode. It goes into survival mode.
but that's what I'm
That's what they're programmed to do.
Here's my thing. So in the movie, you know, in the Total Recall or the what's the other movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Commando?
No. What's the one with
Bennett.
what's the one with the AI movie when Total Recall he came back. He was-
Terminator.
Terminator. Yeah. So that when they had what Netlink in there.
Okay, yeah.
I think that might be what Starlink is. Like
Neuralink or Link.
yeah. Like
The missing link.
I think
Parts unknown, waiting unknown.
I think Elon Musk might be the evil Tony Stark.
Well, look at his mom. No, seriously. I said,
Look at his mom. I was like, I ain't seen his mom. I don't know what's going on with his mom.
I mean, just
I thought he was created in a factory. I didn't know he was born.
Yeah, no, I'll just say this. Yeah, just like look at the magazine covers and what she represents, and I don't know. She's definitely, I don't know. I'm just gonna let you guys know.
All right. I'm gonna have to research that now. You got me curious and shit. Talk about looking at his mom and stuff like that. But no, that to me, next 10 years, mark my words, next 10 years, we are going to have an AI revolution. It's not just going to be chat GBT and what you can do but literally there are going to be millions of jobs lost, going to be like obsolete because AI is just going to come in and take over. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting these fucking AI soldier robots. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm gonna go a step further. First of all, I said this when we're talking about like when Trump was gonna go into office and the taxes,
Right.
And well, you know, you can kind of spit a platform out or spit the idea out. Oh, nobody has to pay taxes. Nobody has to pay taxes. Again, I just want to pound it into people's heads because it sounds like a great idea. Everybody's going to go for it. At least the people that voted for Trump, you know. But and other people, hey, at least we don't pay taxes. But once you sign off on that, they're going to raise the price of taxes on goods. And at that point, people are going to not have jobs. So guess what? Try to buy anything with no jobs, and the cost has just gone through the roof. What's that going to push even more and more and more?
Gotcha.
You know, you're going to need Uncle Sam's help. You know.
Gotcha.
And,
so we're just going to push that.
Yeah.
You got to get this.
Yeah, you got to get this to get that.
Yeah,
You know. Exactly.
Gotcha. I got you.
And again, I just think that we all, you know, it's like we always fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We always want the first thing in front of us. You know, it's like a kid with the candy or a rat in with a piece of cheese.
Right.
It's like, seriously, you know, makes you question if we are the goyim. I'm not gonna say too much more of that.
I'll see how that. All right, man. Well, let's get into the weekend real quick, and then we're gonna go back to technology here after that. But how was your weekend, man?
I'm gonna keep my weekend quick again. Took Friday off from the job. Went out to Scottsdale. Ate at that air park. I can't remember what its name was, but met Lambert and set you out there, you know, for a good lunch.
Gotcha.
Little restaurant out there at the air park. It's part of the aviation name. And you watch the jets fly in. It's
Okay.
right there. It's pretty cool. They have a what's it called? I can't even think of it. The espresso martinis.
Oh, really? Okay.
They have a tap for them.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, I want to say it's with is it with Kettle One or Belvedere? I can't remember, but they have a tap. They just,
Hold on. Is it the one price or is it no? Every time that you get charged every time.
yeah, you charge for a drink. You know, it's not just
Oh,
like
I thought it was like I thought it was like
Oh,
I
you
thought it was
can
like
drink
it.
yeah. I thought it was like, hey, you pay $100 and you just on that tap. Well, I was like, where'd I place that?
tap to bring to your table. No, I wish.
Oh shit!
No,
It
this
was about to be over.
No, they made the drinks already pre-made with a tap. You know,
Oh, okay.
whatever. But the food, man, that burger was money. Their burger was money. Their clam chowder was money. So that place was
Really?
good.
They got a
yeah.
good clam
Yeah,
chowder?
they got a good
I'm
clam
a
chowder.
sucker for a good
Yeah, that was
clam
good.
The only place I've got real good clam chowder is in the Bay.
Well, the Bay, of course.
Yeah.
The Bay's clam chowder, and then their crab chowder too.
Is it Volante?
Volante, thank you on that. I always remember places, but I don't remember names. But Volante, yeah, definitely check that out in North Scottsdale in the Scottsdale Air Park, and you get to sit out there. The big glass windows, so you can just watch the jets. There's a patio too, so definitely it was a cool spot. Great food, great burger, great clam chowder, and then also the Lambert had the Cuban sandwich. That looked amazing. That looked amazing. So definitely worth checking out. And then what else? Oh, the weather was nice again. So, did a little cigar action on the patio at the Moose,
Okay.
just, taking in some rays, smoking some cigars. So that was cool. And then everything else was food spots. I found a gem of a spot, La Chona in Mesa, family owned, man.
I heard that's not East Mesa though.
No, exactly. Yeah, all these food, man. You post on. Let me just tell you this, man. These people, for lack of a better life or whatever, man, they definitely want to hallway monitor you, correct you, like you insulted their family crest or something.
Well, it's the internet trolls, bro.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? But they don't got nothing better to sit behind the computer. and
These
shit.
personalities, you can tell, are so dry, though. Like a troll is one thing. A troll has a little bit of humor. They have a little kind of I don't know. They have an angle of what they're doing. May not always work. It might be annoying, but there's something to do. I think these people are so dry that that's just who they are. And that makes it even worse.
Right.
Well, like for example, I made a video and I go, hey, we got Dutch Brothers over here and we got Sesame Donut over here.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, people, it's not brothers, it's bros. Like seriously.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, literally, it's bros. And I get it is, okay. Well, I learned last week that it's bros. I mean, I know I've seen bros. I must in my head said brothers, whatever.
Right.
Excuse me. But they sit there and correct you. Like,
I call it brothers too.
yeah, I know, Dutch Brothers.
I go there and get the I call it the 911. It's called 911. But I was like, I go there because I need 6 shots of espresso over that bitch.
Because after you drink it, you can take down the 2 towers.
And so that's always going to be too soon, by the way. But yeah, so I got corrected on bros, compared to brothers.
Right.
And then the other one, I posted because one of the foodie guys that knows me goes, hey, Mitch, why don't you post this stuff on the East Mesa and Mesa stuff,
Right.
So I made a post in everything East Mesa, and some guy pops up, what's this got to do with East Mesa? It's in Mesa on Alma School.
Right.
So I think I missed the line by, 2 miles? You know what I mean? It's Greenfield, or, it's literally Greenfield.
Well, yeah, Greenfield. Yeah, Greenfield's the line.
Greenfield, yeah, so about 3 miles.
I really think Gilbert's the line, but I guess
Hey,
you
it's
can say Gilbert.
East Dobson.
So then, yeah. so then what's funny is, okay, so if Gilbert's the line, then I missed it by a mile.
Yeah.
Or 2 miles. Okay. So, and the guys go, what's this got to do with this? You know what I mean? And other people were like, come on, bro, chill out. Whatever. It's funny how serious they are. But anyway, this spot, it's on Alma School Road.
Okay.
Between Southern and Broadway. I think it's in the Food City parking lot, if there's a Food City over there.
Yep.
On the west side.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
called La Chona,
I know what you're talking
a
about.
Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
They were open till 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. I pull up. They are charcoal grilling out front of their restaurant.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they had the whole thing set up, and they only were doing burgers, Mexican burgers, and grilled on the grill baked potatoes.
Really?
Oh my gosh! Let me just tell you, man. And the plate, it was a plate, so it got you a burger, baked potato, a pepper, some grilled onions, and a drink for $20 all.
Okay, got you.
So and then
How was the burger?
man, amazing. Like it had so much flavor. Now, don't get me wrong. If I go back again, I need to get a patty or two.
Okay.
Like, so I might just get 3 patties.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Because they're the smash.
They're like smash. Well, once the grill starts getting them, they.
Yeah.
So I definitely would like, I definitely, man, I'll tell you what. I want to get that as a triple burger and then make my assessment again.
Mm-hmm.
But the flavor was off the charts. They put a couple different sauces on it.
So yeah. So what's the difference? You said it's a Mexican hamburger. So what was on it that made it different?
I think just the way they sauce it, just with their sauces. I think they put like a ketchup with a little bit of hot sauce or a little,
Oh, it had a little heat to it.
No, it didn't have. It just had a little flavor. It had more flavor.
Okay, got
And then they also give you like the grilled like pepper.
Okay.
And then so you could either I rip it off, put it in the burger, or take a bite, whatever with the pepper. And I'm not the biggest pepper fan.
Yeah.
But that I'll tell you what, man, that hit, man. I'll just say as warning though, that baked potato comes out scorching hot.
Okay, gotcha.
And they just flow with butter, cheese, sour cream, and it's just like this big ass potato, and wrapped in foil that they have baked on the grill.
Right.
And man, that was so money. I can't wait to go back because I want to get what's going viral in East LA and in Vegas right now is those baked potatoes filled with carne asada.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going back for that. They do have it. It's $12 with carne asada.
Oh damn.
I heard their carne asada fries are money. The little kid that was working, and it was cool to see a family, like a father, a mom, a daughter, and this little kid. And this kid's like 9 or 8, and he's like telling me, he's talking, he can speak, more English, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to be funny, just painting the picture. So we're talking. I go, what do you get here? Man, you got to come back for the ceviche, man. I'm like, okay, cool. He goes, and they do breakfast too.
I don't know if I'd fuck with ceviche from Arizona outside.
Man, half the shrimp is all synthetic anyway nowadays. But anyway,
They do have an indoor part of the restaurant too.
Okay.
They just do the burger.
yeah. They just are making out front.
Yeah, they're not cooking up ceviche in the parking lot.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, I don't think that's too sanitary, bro.
Sitting on buckets. Sitting on buckets. But no, so yeah, they have breakfast there. They even have pancakes and French toast and stuff.
Okay.
So definitely, you guys get a chance, check it out, man. It's definitely worth it, and you're supporting Mom and Pop's family. Definitely on this one. Definitely a genuine roots Mom and Pops. They've had their restaurant for almost a year.
What's the place called again?
It's called La Chona Burger Restaurant is what it's called, and it's on Alma School in Mesa.
All right.
Regular Mesa, not East Mesa. And then the last thing I'm gonna say is, it's funny. I think I told you guys I did Donato's. I guess Donato's is out of Ohio. They're starting to have some spots out here now too. They have a couple spots in Red Robin Burgers, but they're not owned by Red Robin. They just partner with them, and have some spots there.
They share the kitchen basically.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have a little pickup area. But what's crazy is their flavor is amazing to me. And I know it's a chain, and I'm anti-chain typically, but I decided to give it another shot because last time it was soggy. But I love the cheese. They have like a smoke to the cheese, and a little bit of a sweet flavor. And then I decided this time though, because last time I had it was soggy, I had it delivered. So I picked it up this time and I had them do it well done, or for the crust.
Yeah.
Man, it gave me vibes of two of my favorite chain pizzas, Toppers and Round Table.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, but in the Chicago tavern, even though I know it's not Chicago, it's Ohio, but it seemed like the tavern form, Chicago tavern pizza form. So thin crust. So I always get 2 larges, because I can mash a thin crust pizza.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing. I love deep dish because you have 2 or 3 slices are done. You have leftovers, stuff like that. Hey, these thin crust $20 pizzas, you can smash those in one sitting.
Gotcha.
But with that said, hey, Donato's, man, I'm a big fan, and it's crazy. I'm kind of tripping out because it's a chain pizza, and it's not Round Table or Toppers, and then Jets. I guess my top 4 is Round Table, Toppers, Jets, and Donato's right now.
Okay.
For chain.
There you go.
That's my weekend though.
There you go. Grady, what you got, baby?
Weekend was pretty slow. My sister came in town from Oklahoma. They drove in through some extreme weather. They actually went through this town in.
Were they trying to remake the movie Twister?
They were coming. They were driving through Texas, and they were pulling up to this town. It was called Allen Reed. I don't know if you guys heard the news. The whole town caught on fire. They evacuated the town.
Oh, shit.
So as they're pulling into they got off the freeway because the 40 was all crazy.
Right.
So they're going through these side roads, going through these small towns, and they're getting ready to pull up in the town. Their phones start beeping. Evacuation orders.
Oh,
They
shit.
evacuated the whole town. The town's on fire. So the drive that was supposed to take them 8 hours the first day took them 13 hours.
Oh,
And just crazy wind, dust, snow, all kinds of like every kind of weather condition you can run into, they ran into. They said there was like a ton of 18-wheelers just turned over on the freeway from the wind, just blowing them over.
That's crazy.
So so they came in town, but I got to see my nieces and my nephew and hang out. We did do a dinner at Singing Panda again.
Okay.
Shout out to Singing Panda.
There you go.
Love that place. The food there is just, I'm telling you, it's the best Chinese food in Arizona. And there's not even I can't even think of another place that's close. There's places you go, you're like, okay, it's a decent meal, but there's nothing. Every time I go in there, I'm like, it just tastes
hits.
amazing.
It hits every time, and everything you order hits.
Yes.
That's rare.
Yes.
I don't know. I love, like I said, General Tso's chicken, the fucking orange chicken's good. The
Best sesame chicken I've ever had.
sesame chicken's
They have a
delicious.
citrus chicken that's like super lemony and crispy and has like this gooey, like lemony sauce on there. It's amazing. I haven't had anything bad there. She said the shrimp there are amazing. I'm not a big shrimp guy, but she said there's just so much. And the funny thing is I've only like touched the tip of the iceberg of the menu. There's so many other options, and I've only had like the same probably 7 or 8 items, but they're so good I never get tired of them.
Yeah, you ever go when you go to a restaurant and you know what's fire, right?
Yeah.
And if you've ever taken a shot at something else and it wasn't quite, even though you know
then you're
better,
pissed.
yeah, you ruined your whole day. Ruined your whole day. So it's like, why would you when you know that's going to be good, right?
Right.
You don't need to be adventurous. You know,
Or have you ever went to a restaurant and like there's like one meal you know there's really good, and then there's one meal you're like, I didn't really like it, and then you forget, you're like, was it the one or the other? And you get it, and you're like, fuck, it was the other one.
Right.
And then you're just eating some bullshit. Yeah.
that's when I leave and I go to like Taco Bell on the way home. No, I'm just playing.
Nasty ass Taco Bell. Look at-
Hey, Taco Bell has a cult following. You don't want to fuck with
Yeah, exactly.
Taco Bell
They were
people,
best
man.
taco in America last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck out.
Our best Mexican food, right?
Fuck out of
It
here.
was like last year or 2 years ago.
give
That tells you a lot about America.
That shit,
I just laugh at Taco Bell because it's
that
like,
shit is garbage.
hey, we have this new item coming out. It has ground beef, cheese, lettuce, tomato in a tortilla. And they're like, isn't that just like a burrito? No, but what we're going to do is we're going to flatten it and we're going to cook it in the thing. And now you have a crunch wrap or you have this or that. It's like, it's the same ingredients.
And they're,
same
either,
shit.
and they're either sprinkling a couple Cheetos or half of a Frito.
Yeah,
And, it's like,
we're just gonna like change the shape of it. It's
Hey, but
like,
I can did say they're fucking their nacho fries.
yeah.
They are fucking.
Their nacho fries
Their
are.
nacho fries is good. I'll give them that.
I'm telling you right now, the 90s Nacho Bel Grande.
Oh yeah.
The 90s Nacho Bel Grande.
I was always a nacho supreme guy.
That shit is a
99
stomach
cent.
ache waiting to happen. I'm telling you. Fuck.
Unless it's Mr. Carne Asada fries and nacho fries. And
No, I'm just saying Taco Bell itself is a stomach ache. You know what I'm saying? You having stomach issues, stay the fuck away from there because that place. I'm telling you, man. Every time I go, my girl gets it.
every time I go.
For real.
I go.
My girl loves fucking buying this shit, and I'm like,
See, I got 99 problems. Taco Bell ain't one.
I was like, I don't know why you buying this shit, but I do fuck up her nacho fries though. Them things are hella good. But anyway,
What about your weekend, Paul? I'm done. I got nothing.
he said, I'm done. Nah, man, like I told you, I just been, in April, a lot of fucking shit's going on. So we just been like kind of chilling, enjoying this time. The weather is amazing and stuff like that. Just been sitting out in the backyard. Not really doing too much, you know what I'm saying? Just, we'll pick up food here and there and stuff like that because just next month is just going to be crazy. So, right now, my life, I like it. It's the way I like it. It's boring, you know what I'm saying? So, and then it gets crazy. But anyway, let's get into the show.
I thought we were in this show. It's
We're in
halfway over. What are you talking about? Getting
The show's like the Matrix. You don't know if you're in it or not.
We're going to get into the topics of the show, I should say. But anyway, Tesla. You were talking about Tesla earlier. Tesla's named after, what's the dude's first name?
Nicolas.
Nicholas Tesla.
But they're not related.
Yeah. But
How
folks,
can you jack them? Well, this is America. So you can jack a lot of things and claim them as your own.
exactly. But
Ain't that right, Columbus? Oh, which, by the way, I just want to jump something. I just wanted to let people know I'm not saying I agree or disagree with any sentiment.
Right.
But I've been seeing something float on the internet, again, allegedly. And, that Columbus wasn't Spanish, or he was part Spanish, or he actually hid his actual nationality
Uh-huh.
or allegiance, and kind of
What was he?
I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue.
Clue. Okay.
And I don't know. Also, not having a clue. Supposedly,
I got what. I had to think about that one. Man. I was like,
Yeah.
got it.
so I guess supposedly a few or more than a few people had to leave Spain in 1492.
And he was one.
1492, few clue,
Yeah, he was one of them.
and guess where he sailed to?
Got you.
I don't know.
Well, he didn't sell to America. He actually sold to fucking South America. He missed the fucking mark anyway. He wasn't even the first motherfucker here, but that's another story in itself. But anyway,
That was a big internet rumor though going around right now.
yeah. But here's the thing: they are running around burning up Teslas right now. They are so mad at Elon Musk and Doge.
Okay,
They folks are right now burning up Teslas. They even got it to the point where they got websites pinpointing Tesla owners, where they're at. You going out to get a Tesla?
you know what? I'll do it on purpose. Come on, Cletus. Seriously, man, y'all are idiots. I don't care about your politics either way. I really don't. I think both sides are corrupt, and everybody they put in places, is a puppet for something else. But I don't know, man. Like to sit there and say you're against this and that, and then go do it. You're no better than the people that that you're mad about.
Right.
And again, I don't know, man. We're in Arizona, so it's a little bit easier to say that stuff, compared to being in like Milpitas, California, or something.
Right.
But man, if I do go get a Tesla, I'll sit in that thing and pew pew people.
Right.
Like if you're trying to come up and hurt me. Like seriously, that's ridiculous, man.
Right.
I think people should need to cut it out, do stuff the right way.
Right.
Don't be about that life if you're not about that life.
Right. I got
Like you're so wrapped up in your politics that you want to scream and be so angry
you. Right.
and then turn yourself into something that you supposedly are against.
Right.
Like that makes no sense to me, but I think the powers of be are cracking up at this whole thing. I spread a and this shows you I have no allegiance to anything. I definitely don't like what one side's doing for sure. I mean, being so emotional like Whitney Houston on every single topic, and but with that said, there was a meme going around that said, isn't this a crazy world we live in right now where people that are supposedly against all this stuff and against violence and want equality and all this and human rights and all this other stuff, right? They're the ones going out and basically almost terrorizing and being terrorists, because that's the definition of this,
Right.
plotting on American citizens that drive a certain car because of political beliefs.
Right.
And they're going around blowing these cars up and attacking them,
Burning down dealerships.
yeah, burning down dealerships and different things like that. The irony of that, and then also the irony of Trump, who was on the other side, actually, supporting Tesla when he was supposedly against electric cars.
Right.
So again, I don't know. What are we really talking about? It's like, again, divide and conquer, bread and circuses. Out of chaos comes order. Again, the same people's rule books seem to be playing here, and they're the ones sitting back laughing, keep getting richer, while we keep fighting for lesser and lesser crumbs.
Hey, let me ask you this. I mean, Tesla stock was like $450 a share. It's down to like 2 something.
Right.
Is now the time to invest? Is this all a ploy to just get the stock cheaper so the players that know can buy up more of it, and then if it doubles, I mean, that's a quick way to make some money.
Well,
You
I
take
mean,
the stock.
here's the thing: Tesla stock goes. If you've ever been a Tesla stock owner, you have seen the ups and downs and the roller coaster of that stock.
Yeah.
So this is nothing new to you,
No.
as far as like the ups and downs. Here's the thing: electric cars is going to be. I mean, like it or not, we're going to electric cars. Just like we're going towards AI, whatever. So the answer to your
I
question,
disagree.
The answer to your question is, I would, yes, if you're going to double up on your stock, because here's the thing: is electric cars. If they find enough, if they find enough lithium, because that's what they run on. They run on lithium batteries. You want to talk about everybody talking about, trying to, save the world and be green and shit like that. Do you really understand what lithium batteries do? Like to the fucking environment? And when they're done, getting fucking thrown in, the trash. Yeah, landfills and stuff like that. That fucks up the environment way more than saving on the combustion and stuff like that. I thought they got it right where they got the hybrid. I thought that was kind of like the perfect mix of electric and gas right there. You get the economy fuel of electric, but you still got to fill up on gas. I thought that was a beautiful compromise in this, but no, we're gonna go full electric. That's just the way it is.
I don't think we will. Our infrastructure for electricity could not handle if everybody just went electric. I mean, look at California. They can't handle the power grid now with just the people there. Now you're going to attack on every single person that has a car now has to power their car and charge it at night or during the day. They have rolling blackouts throughout the summer.
Well, that's why I think, but that's when you're going to create, that's how they're going to create jobs. Well, AI jobs, but that's how they're going to create jobs.
I mean, they'd have to spend probably trillions to redo the electrical
That's
grid.
assuming everybody's going to be around to be part of it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, seriously.
What are we going to even need cars for? Because we're going to have flying cars,
I'll just say this, man. The powers that be been sitting there trying to charge for electricity and air.
Right.
They're gonna squeeze the clamps on everybody. Because again, when you squeeze the clamps on everybody, you have full control.
Right.
And
they're got us charging us for water.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find ways to charge for solar power.
yeah, exactly.
They tax it, and even though you're still on the grid, and even though you're producing your own energy, you got to pay a tax.
Right.
Of course.
I know. I mean, I got solar in my house.
And now that's the same thing they're doing with electric cars. It's like, we don't make any money off the gas tax to keep the roads, so we're now going to charge you a tax if you own an electric car to help offset the gas tax that we're not getting money for. And like Mitch said last episode, where the fuck's all that money going?
Exactly. Before they do anything else, here's the funny part, man. People are running over there burning Teslas. People are running over here doing this. We're arguing. People are at odds. I see people post all day. They're still crying about the election. I see other people gloating about the election. It's so real, like kindergarten, grammar school shit, when the real problems are not ever being addressed, nor will they ever be addressed. But yet I'm going to have somebody tell me educatedly that this time around, or next time when their candidate's in place, it will happen. But it's never happened the whole time we've existed, because they have to keep creating this narrative that gives and takes from us, and then gives to them and takes from us and gives to them. And it seems like that's the narrative no matter what. And when the reality is we all need to come together for a common cause and sit there and go, hold on a second, we've all been paying taxes. Where's this money going? And when you tell us that this much money goes here, this much money goes there, this much was stolen, this much was this, before you do anything to us, we as a people need to sit there and go, show some receipts. And obviously replace that money, because guess what? If anybody's ever got an infraction, fines, penalties for taxes, which are technically, you can argue, legally illegal, which is usury technically. I don't want to talk much more about usury, but look into that word and what it really means and who uses it.
Right.
And are they really supposed to be able to do that? And what, I'm going to say spiritually, because not even politically, allows them to do that.
Right.
What belief system allows you to use usury, considering it's supposed to be, not in the Bible, or it's supposed to be banned in the Bible, With that said, why can't we get on the same page and protest and go out and do certain things to change our livelihood as a human being culture? Because the powers that be got everybody at odds with each other over narratives.
Right.
That are never going to change except in their favor, more and more and more.
It's crazy. All right, hey, I wanted to ask you, you touched on tariffs a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put your business out, but you import stuff for your business and stuff like that. Have you seen any
Clothing. Clothing.
I was going to say this ties into our other topic we're going to talk about shit you shouldn't be saying on a podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. But Have you seen any effects?
Not yet, but I will say this: the factories that I deal with overseas,
Yeah.
they are so like begging to work with me.
Really?
Like I'm just gonna say this. I've been in the clothing game, in and out. Dabbling back in, actually I'm not dabbling, I'm actually in,
Right.
and I'm doing some stuff, that will be, that I'll talk more about, down the road. Maybe even go over some stuff to, help other people out
Yeah, right.
or whatever. But I'll say this, the game has changed in the last 10 years since I last really tried to look into clothing lines and different things like that.
Right.
I remember minimum pieces was 1,000 pieces, 2,000 pieces, 500 at least. Now, if you, and again, it's trial and error, but I know how to, again, I don't want to act like I know it all. Don't get me wrong. This is, when you take something on in a different year,
Yep.
the rules change. You're almost a newbie again until you learn it. But in interacting with factories, I've got like a bachelor's, like now in learning how to do it, how to communicate, the verbiage, the languages, what they expect, how to express what I want. And I'll say this, that you can find if you shop around, there's different ways to find the right factories to test their products, and they are willing to drop minimums for you right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're willing to drop minimums. Like, I don't want to, give all the game up right now,
Right.
but I mean, you can really, get orders out with like 50 and 100 minimums.
Really?
Yeah, right now. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll make you sick to see how much shipping costs,
Right.
if you don't send it by sea, send it by air.
Yep.
But they are really quickly, hey, do you need anything else? Like, I'm dealing with, honestly, it may sound crazy, but I'm dealing with about 20 different factories right now.
Okay.
And like in my phone back and forth, they message me all night.
Yeah,
My girl's like,
because-
what are you doing up?
Yeah.
I'm talking to factories and shit.
I remember that when I was
Yep.
when I was in the game, and when I used to have the dispensary and stuff like that, and I used to have to order pins and shit like that. Fuck, I'd be up to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning because fucking China is on a
Yep.
whole different. It's their daytime when it's our nighttime. So
Right now they're not saying anything. I'll tell you this: I ordered something. I want to say what.
yeah,
But I ordered some logo stuff or something I'm doing,
yeah.
and I'll just say it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It was some heat transfer stuff.
Yeah.
To put on shirts, hats, whatever else. For a certain thing I'm doing. I got some new designs in. I'm like, okay, cool. I want to get those over. We talked about it on a Saturday night in the U.S. Right? Gave them the designs. Their designer actually touched them up for me and goes, hey, let's take this off here because you want to make sure this is clear because I had backgrounds that were different.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't, and usually you have to go back to your guy, pay him,
yeah.
or unless you can do it yourself, remove the backgrounds.
Right.
He's all, hey, do you mind if our designer gives the best input on what will work best for, you want to put it on these kind of clothes? Cool. Within 10 minutes, they send it back to me, already done.
Wow.
So now I take them and keep them for my files,
Yeah.
And then they go, hey, here you go. This is what it is. All of a sudden, I'm receiving the package with 500 pieces on Thursday.
Holy fuck! You did this on Saturday.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night,
Like at midnight.
and now you were receiving it on Thursday.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I've never heard of that, ever. I don't want to give too much game up, but I'll just say this. So I think they're very eager to get as much business in as they can.
Oh, right now before these
And then-
tariffs get in.
Yes, and then also probably establish good relationships.
Got you.
So if you're a person that's literally trying to make a business. I mean, I'm not talking a hobby. I'm not talking, a couple pieces here and there.
Yeah.
Hit me in the comments. I'll DM. We can DM. I love helping people.
Right.
I'm not going to give you every secret, but I will. I will help out.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now. Now's the time to establish yourself with these companies.
Gotcha.
And then, but I also want to keep this here too. I also do stuff in the States.
Yep.
Because I would love to do everything in the States, but it's just not possible.
Yeah, it's just not
And-
feasible.
And you can't compete.
Yep.
You can't compete. And, people go, well, why don't you just do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, if consumers, I mean, I know there are some out there, but the average consumer, if you're not in front of them at a trade show, explaining to them what's going on, they're going to buy on Amazon based on, price point.
Yep.
They're going to buy on the websites. And then if you look at TikTok's pricing right now, it's ridiculously low.
gosh.
They're whoring everything out.
Yes.
But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm all for a competitive market, but Again, it makes you wonder about quality and, and all that stuff, Anyway, hit me up in the DMs if you have some questions, but now's the time to strike if you're serious about making a small to mid-level business, stuff. So
There you go. There you go.
You can buy Mitch's tapes for $24.95.
yeah, you can invite me to speak at your seminar.
All right. You talk about speaking. We were very careful on the show about, what we say. We try to, if we say something, we try to look at the statutes and limitations. We don't do anything.
Or the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. We don't do anything crazy on the show. I don't think anything we've done in our lives would warrant a RICO charge. But there has just recently they've been indicting people on RICO charges off what they say on podcasts.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. It's crazy.
I know they rounded up a bunch of gang members, 60s, was it? I don't know if it's 60s Crips or I don't want to misquote that,
Right.
I'll be on the streets, but I know the Rolling 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
And others, they've been indicting them on, some of the stuff that's been in podcasts. I remember when it used to be just music,
Right.
It used to be music, but now it's like people go on podcasts and either tell their story or they dry snitch. Like I'm going to go to a different, like you see Drinking Champs or whatever else, or a couple other places, and the OGs now start speaking the dirt. I mean, some of it might be statute of limitations.
Right.
Some of it might be fabricated, because I know, and stuff, but you hear about all this stuff that never was released for 20 years. I know, Paul, you're always like, why didn't they talk about it then? Why didn't they talk about it then?
Yeah.
In this case, you're starting to hear OGs talk about stuff. You're seeing the rules and regulations definitely, change. And people dry snitching, pointing fingers, all sorts of stuff.
Well, I here's the thing is I think we're making it okay for you to come out and fucking just be, back in the day, you would get fucking mollywopped for fucking
and
talking and stuff like that. And now people are fucking getting interviewed all over the place and coming to people's podcasts and get invited because they know where the bodies are buried. They know all the secrets, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to me that we kind of glorifying it. I'm
gonna take it one step further. I think this is all part of a plan. Again, powers that be,
Right.
People that run the world. Ever since they tried to infiltrate the mafia and change that, they've been trying. I mean, again, look at the history. People infiltrated the mafia, got them to snitch.
Right.
Infiltrated the Black Panthers, hooked them on drugs, and obviously, I mean, look at Malcolm X. Got people close to him, and whether they paid him, whether they had their family in the basement, they started creating this attitude. And this is when it was strong, not to to turn on your family, turn on your organization, to, be a snitch or be unloyal.
Yep.
Now, all of a sudden, in the last 10 years, and the biggest example to me is Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Gotcha.
You get all these kids, and I think it's part of a psyop. When he snitched on everybody, they're like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You look in the chats, they don't care. They're like, and the attitudes, I'm not going to jail for anybody else, and I get that, but then don't be in a gang.
Yep.
Don't pledge. Don't pledge. Don't, take an oath. Don't, say someone's your brother. Don't do any of that stuff. Just say, I'm for myself from day one. And people would respect it, but you don't care about any of that. It's loyal as your options,
Yeah.
Again, I've said this before. Chris Rock said something that resonates with me, that 95% of people, and I've said this is one of my rules in life, 95% of the people are as loyal as their options.
Right.
And, it's crazy because people want to talk about what they would do, could do, or should do. But let's be real. If you don't have any options, that's what you're stuck doing.
Right.
You do what you can. But when you have options, that's when let's talk about, when you have every option on the table, let's see what you do. Let's see what decisions you make. Let's judge those decisions.
Right. Like I said, man, just this whole thing is just be careful what you say on the podcast.
Definitely use allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly and stuff like that, because it's crazy to me.
This is all for entertainment purposes.
Yes. But it's like I said, it's crazy to me that they're actually building cases on cats based off what they say on podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, guess what? AI what if searching the podcast?
What if they were lying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or what if they were making the story up? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you is that really credible?
It never was. That's what's funny. It never was.
Right.
It's just like government witnesses that get less time to go on trial. Come on, man. Like, it's so funny how we just get fugazied on everything.
Right.
I don't know. We just believe the system works because there's honor and they swear on the Bible. But, like, I'm not going to go any further and say anything.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. We come to that part, end of the show. Greedy, started off with you. What you got for me, man?
Speaking of things that we shouldn't talk about, I shouldn't be talking about all my winnings for sports betting.
You been
'cause,
killing it?
Iris, no, I haven't been. No. But it's March Madness time, and so I went to this AI the
I thought
site.
you say AA or
Mike, speaking of
GA.
AI, I found this someone that ran a bunch of things through AI, Microsoft AI, Copilot AI,
Right.
and spit out the winners of all the games throughout the bracket and finalized the bracket.
Right.
So I did 2 brackets on my work pool, and one of them I used the AI,
Right.
and just so happens that AI picked Kansas to win it all. They were eliminated in the first round. So, hey, you think AI is taking over? It's not there yet.
well, it can't. I guess it can't compensate for when people either have a bad day or throw games. You know, like it's going on stats.
Yeah, it's going to
Like,
stats. Yeah, right.
I mean, but it was expecting him to win a bunch more games and couldn't even win one. So all I'm saying is, don't trust that AI shit.
Well,
when you
especially
play
here's the other
sports
thing.
bets.
Here's the other thing. I'm going to take it one more step. Don't trust free AI. Y'all motherfuckers be using free AI without even checking.
No, this was actually one that was ran through like algorithms and stuff. This was someone just posted the results. They went through the whole whatever Microsoft's AI is called.
Oh, I don't know.
Copilot.
But did it cost them anything?
Copilot. I don't know.
See, that's all I'm
But
saying.
if you
is-
go to like ChatGPT, the free one,
Yeah.
it won't give you. It won't even tell you. It'll just say, "Oh, we can't predict and blah blah blah." But based on this, these are the things you should look at on the games. They won't actually come out and say, "Oh yeah, Kansas is going to win this game or this."
You should have gone on DeepSeek, baby. DeepSeek. That's that.
So
fire.
the point of the story is, don't use AI to place your sports
or
bets,
just don't bet anymore.
or that too. But then I'd have to retire the greedy hat, and it just looks good on me.
Yeah, it does.
Green looks good.
At
on
least
me, baby.
clean it every once in a while.
It does look good. It does look good. All right, Titano, what you got?
All right, I got a couple things real quick because I wanted to get this out. One, I'll start with. All right, hey, since I was drinking, not being paid, but I know drinking Dr Pepper.
Right.
Hey, who bottles Dr Pepper? Or who distributes it?
Dr. Pepper does it itself.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Yeah. I thought it was Coke the whole time, but it's Dr.
Sometimes
Pepper.
it's sold with Coke, sometimes
Okay,
it's sold
good.
with Pepsi.
Yeah. So So Dr Pepper
They're
is
independent.
yeah. 'cause
It's
I was-
so independent.
Yeah. So sometimes there are Pepsi bottles in, Dr. Pepper in Pepsi shaped bottles. Sometimes they're in Coke shaped bottles.
Yep.
So I know, just depending on what part of the country. I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
That's the first part. So with this, with the soda tie-in, this is my own theory. This is just for fun. This is for entertainment. But I'm starting to think there might be, and again, this is allegedly, and this is just hypothetical for fun, there might be a tie-in between Diet Coke and, I don't know, maybe some good properties for people, okay? Here's where I'm getting this from. Look at the people that drink Diet Coke, some of the famous people, and look at the amounts they drink. For example, Barack Obama drinks Diet Coke. I want to say Donald Trump drinks like 12 of them or the mini ones a day. Warren Buffett, I believe, drinks, Diet Coke. Bill Gates drinks, and they all drink at least 6 of them a day. They all drink a ton of it. So right there makes me think, and I heard all the stories, your brain's formaldehyde, it's like embalming or whatever. But I'm starting to think that maybe
They're scaring us.
I don't know, but I'm starting to think that could Diet Coke kill parasites?
Well,
I mean, first of all,
like I said, if you take a Coke bottle and you want to clean your toilet, and you actually pour Coke in there, it'll clean this shit.
it'll clean the hell out of it. It'll even
Yeah.
take out some of the water rust.
Yeah.
Or clean the acid off your car battery. Just pour it
Yeah.
on.
Or a penny,
Exactly. So, I mean, it's possible, but then what else is it doing?
Yeah, I mean, again,
stomach.
here's the thing. They always say, they always say to scare you too, it's going to kill the good bacteria too.
Right.
But it seems like the bad bacteria is winning in a lot of people, especially in gut health.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, hey, talk to your physician and all that stuff, But again, I just thought it was interesting looking at the people. For example, how old's Warren Buffett? And again, Bill Gates and them Bill Gates has all the information. I don't care for the guy, but he has all the information, out there.
Yeah.
And he drinks, that's his, That's his vice. All that's their vices. It's just very interesting and ironic. That makes me think there might be more to it.
Gotcha.
And again, so I'm thinking, and I did actually look up. Does some people say it might.
Gotcha.
No one's coming. They say it might or it could. It could kill parasites, and parasites are such a big thing right now. Like you're hearing more and more about it in the last couple of years. And man, it's like 2 out of every 3 people have them,
Right.
and some of the ones they have, it's just it's just crazy. So just something to look into. But that's just my own personal what if. What if Diet Coke? I'm gonna say it that way. What if Diet Coke killed parasites?
Okay. That's a good ass theory. And I want to try it out. But I drink Coke Zero. I don't know why I love me some Coke Zero. So anyway, hey, so springtime's coming. We talk about, people always say, "Oh, go get your allergy shots and all the other shit."
I wish I would have done that.
Fuck them shots. All right. Sorry. I know that's not everybody's. I ain't getting no allergy shot. Listen, it sucks. The allergy season's here. Go get you some Claritin, bro. That's what I'm doing. From flu shots, some allergy shots, man. Stay that shit away from me. I don't want to hear that. Don't be pushing it. I just don't agree with it. That is my thought of the day. I am out. It's 2 on the 10, and we love you. Go.